welcome to Set Trip Podcast. I know I've been missing for a hot minute, and it's been a long hot minute, but we're here to get into some shit. You feel me? The first on my docket will be the scandal between Chrisean Rock and Tamar Braxton. At Tamar's her concert, she invited Chrisean to come, just to check her out and to bring her on stage. Nothing fancy. Nothing too major, so she says. But Chrisean thought she was there to perform, and that wasn't the case, because allegedly half of Tamar people didn't actually know who she was, but everybody know who that girl is nowadays. So anyways, long story short, her friend, I think his name James Wright, and backstage got into it with Chrisean. And allegedly, Chrisean Rock punched him in the face and broke his tooth. And they said his face was bloody. But Chrisean had one on her Instagram and said false narratives. Basically, that shit never happened, allegedly. But Tamar had spoke up about it because everybody wanted to know if that shit was true. And she said she invited Chrisean Rock to her show just to show face, not for no publicity stunt or some shit. And she just wanted Chrisean to be at her show. Nothing. She ain't say nothing bad about the girl. But why would you invite Chrisean Rock to a show that's allegedly elegant? The fuck is that shit? I wouldn't have invited Chrisean Rock, especially when I know she's in the limelight for something completely different than what you want to promote as a fucking Christian, Holy Spirit, got her life together bitch. But I want to invite that girl to that show. Anyways, that DJ Academics is to me, he only cursed out bitches, so I'm gonna call it what I see it. DJ Academics is a bitch. I saw him curse out Glorilla, but every time I saw him with little baby Dirk, he never had nothing to say. Like, oh, he was all cordial with them. But every time it's a fucking female, he's mad disrespectful. And recent news, him and the City Girls, I guess he said they album was trash or some shit on his live basement, in his basement to his fans on, I don't know what the fuck that shit is called. What they do, Twitch? He said that shit on Twitch to his fans. He only cursed out bitches. And this nigga is drunk half the time. And then when people confront this nigga, he always want to invite them to his house. Like, how can you beat a nigga? Like, say that to a nigga on the street. Why you always inviting people to your house or wherever the fuck you stream from? Instead of seeing them out in the street, you want to talk about it after you done disrespected them. You ain't do that shit to Little Baby. You ain't do that shit to Dirt. Every time it come to females, you got some shit to say. And Santana, I think one of the City Girls' friend, he responded to DJ Academics. I read the tweet. He said DJ Academics told him to come to his house. Santana basically said, no, nigga, come to Miami because you know I beat the fuck out of you and fuck you on your ass. He thought that was disrespectful and went on a tangent. Like, he started spazzing. Now he Jamaican. Last time I figured he was from a nice area in fucking New Jersey. But anyways, he got two of his motherfucking friends to go on live to like go, I know Bati boy, like on a tangent, like spazzing, like you a whole bitch. Like, it took you to say now you Jamaican, all this, that, and the third. I don't think you ever been to Jamaica. I don't think you've ever been out of fucking your little area. I don't think you've been anywhere that was dangerous. How did he become famous again? Well, not famous. He used to do like hood shit. He used to go on YouTube and make hood allegations and talk about hood people, but never step foot in none of these hoods. Like, how do you know this information? Fourth party. I don't think this nigga ever went to no hood and no cities, not New York, not Chicago, not LA. I don't think this nigga ever been to no hoods. But he always got facts on bitches. DJ Academics is a bitch. But anyways, I wanted to talk about something else too, about the Democrats administration. They trying to get control of all of our computers, laptops. That's computer, but laptops, phones. They trying to control everything. And I did research on that shit. The FCC will vote on President Biden's plan to get the administrative state effective control of all internet services infrastructures. And that means all the devices you got, your VPNs, your routers, all that shit you thought was private, that's not going to be private no more. I think they in for this shit for a bigger, agenda, because they trying to control everything we do. They trying to control our food sources now. We can't do this. We can't say that. We can't go nowhere as much as we used to without everybody being questioned. Everybody being under surveillance, like New York City, on some real shit, under surveillance. I think every block, to be honest. And I think also I think they said they started to see drones in that bitch. That's crazy in New York. They got drones here where I'm at, but I've never seen drones all over the city allegedly it's all over New York City. But I know it's a speed trap every corner. A speed trap every corner. This shit's getting real. And if people don't wake the fuck up, everybody against each other. Nah, it's us against fucking them. There's no black and white no more. It's us against them. And they trying to control to me, I feel like they're trying to make us a third world country like North Korea or some shit. Trying to control us. The fuck? Everybody want beef. Who else I wanted to talk about? Keke Palmer and her boyfriend Darius. I'm not gonna jump on a bandwagon of I don't know what goes on in a fucking relationship or whatever. But most of us females go through shit like that when you love someone. To the point where, enough is enough. And after I saw that video, what he did to her, you choking her in front of your kid. That was crazy. The way she portrayed him when he first came out, he was more I'm on the mic, a stand-up man, as I saw in all the videos that she used to show. But you never know what people go on, what things go on behind closed doors. She fucking hid that shit. That's one private girl. She hid that shit. And then her mother started to come out and speak on that shit too. And then it's a whole family back and forth thing. And I heard allegedly that he was cursing at their kid. Stop fucking shitting. That's what I heard allegedly. I didn't hear it personally, so I'm going to say hearsay off of videos I watched on YouTube. But if that's what he was doing, he deserved everything that's coming to him. And I don't condone DV at all. Diddy. That Diddy. Diddy and Cassie. So, for those of you who might not know what's going on. Allegedly. Well, I don't want to say allegedly. Because it's her story. So, Diddy used to... back in the day, I think she came in the game in 2005. Cassie stated he used to beat and abuse her and have sex with male prostitutes, I believe. Her lawyer has stated, because I got it written down. Yeah, in 2005, when she was 19, they began a pattern of control and abuse. And I saw a video recently that looked like, alright. But then again, we don't know what people into, what's really going on. But all that came out. Everybody knew. Now everybody knew about that. The situation with Cassie. But prior was other news about him and the murder of Tupac. I'll talk about that next. But the Cassie and Diddy thing. She settled. I guess he said that it was she was blackmailing him. But that wasn't it. Because if she was blackmailing him, why would you settle? Why would you settle? If someone was, if she was blackmailing you for 8 figures to silence you, why would you and her lawyer and your lawyer settle? To make people like look at y'all like, alright, what's going on here? What the fuck really going on? That's gonna be, people gonna be talking about that for a minute. And with the whole Tupac thing going on with the guy that got arrested for alleged Tupac's murder. And then 50 speaking on that shit at one of his concerts. I mean, not one of his concerts. I think he was speaking at one of his concerts, though. He has spoke on that shit. It will all come to light, but I'm starting to see a pattern. It's always black men that gotta come to the light with shit. Like, when these other motherfuckers gonna come to the light? It's always, not saying that they didn't do it or whatever alleged they did. Why do they only put out black men like that? They don't put out no other race like that besides black men. Like, is it wrong? Yes. But other men that's in the industry does the same shit and that shit just disappear. You don't hear about that shit no more. That Charlie Sheen alleged shit. When you didn't hear about that shit, remember that documentary on what's the porn star guy that on the Playboy Mansion? Hugh Hefner. It's a whole documentary. I advise some of y'all to go watch that documentary. It's good. It's a whole documentary on that shit. They don't talk about none of that. They don't look between the lines on none of that. But when it comes to black men, it's headline. They want to make us look bad as much as possible. Is it wrong what they're doing? Yes, and whatever. I don't condone anything that they're doing to the victims. I'm saying, like, they put us black people on blast instead of the majority. And that's the fucked up part. But yeah. So I got a question. This goes out. This for the men. This is my question for the men. Why do y'all suppress y'all feelings when it comes to certain things and don't express to those that you claim that you love or you feel safe around? Why don't y'all express yourselves? That shit, that's mad. That's so annoying. Like, it's like we want to get it out of y'all. Like, we keep asking questions, but we don't want to annoy y'all. So we'll come back to the question. We'll talk to y'all in a different way. Like, it's okay. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all don't express shit. That's fucking annoying. You don't know how annoying that is to us? We get it. We're emotional human beings. Women are very emotional. We get that. Why are y'all like, especially black men, why y'all suppress so much? Like, alright, we get it. We all went through traumas in life. But if I'm telling you, if I'm expressing myself to you, express yourself. Express yourself. Like, nigga. That shit, that shit's frustrating. And y'all wonder why we be blowing up at y'all sometimes. Because it's annoying. That shit's fucking annoying. But that was my question. And then I asked men certain questions. I asked a man why he told me, hold up. Why doesn't women want to pay on the first date? That's not always true. Well, nowadays it's kind of like 50-50 because everybody's struggling. Women, if you ask me out on a date, me personally, if you ask me out on a date, I'm going to expect you to pay. If we're going to like coffee or something, alright. But if you ask to take me out on a dinner, I'm going to expect you to pay for dinner. Like, isn't that the purpose of courting a female? Don't get me wrong. If a woman say, can I take you on a date? The same shit applies for women. If you ask a man on a date, you should pay. I don't mind paying. I've done it. But if he court me, he got to court me first. It got to be a courting first. But a lot of women don't want courting these days. Bitches want tricks. Like, certain women want tricks nowadays. It's like, what can you do for me? And it's like the men be like, well, what can the fuck you do for me too? It's like everybody's doing the same shit nowadays, and it's like it's the norm now. Nobody courts no more. It's like, what can you do for me? What can I get out of this deal? For men and women, what do you bring to the table? What can I give to you? It's like a pull and take. Nobody's like loving. Everybody's like, well we like each other, so we might as well do it and get to this money. There's not wrong with getting to the money, but nobody courts each other nowadays. Oh, and the guy asked a question: does size matter? Not to me, but to some people it do. Size, like, you could have the biggest dick in the world and that shit could be trash. That shit get hurt. It hurts most females. If you taking zoo at the dick, that's on you, sis. But big penis normally hurts females. That shit hurt. Like, it's all, what is it? The motion in the ocean. It's more the motion in the ocean. It's all about learning your partner, what they like and what they don't like. Ask fucking questions. Like niggas can't read your mind. Bitches can't read your mind. What you like and what you don't like. What's wrong? Like, nobody communicates no more. Everybody assumes what the next person like because you've been fucked by another person this way, so you expect another person to know how to fuck you this way too. Like, communicate. Nobody communicates. I'll be the first, like, am I doing something wrong? Do you like this? But we're like, okay, we're in a rhythm now. I learned you. You learned me. You learned what I like. I learned what you like. Isn't that like the whole purpose of intertwining? But just don't be fucking people on random. That's kind of weird. But to me, too many spirits. When you keep fucking this person, that, you create spirits. Like, you just fucking anything. I have another question. Me personally. Hold up. Okay, why do men expect women to stay when they've cheated, but when a woman cheats back, he leaves? And from a man, I heard him say, because men are more emotional. But it's like women endure a lot of shit, right? We take you back. I love you, take you back. I love you. But there's some women that do grimy shit too. But we endure so much from men, and we take y'all back. But as soon as we fuck up one time, I can't do this no more. Y'all niggas just gone. Like, I don't think that's fair. I think we should really have a talk about that. Like, men and women sit down and talk. Like, get to the bottom of this shit, because there's no way we all, like, you just so quick to walk out when a woman cheats, but you expect her to stay when you cheat. And y'all's excuse always is, oh, because we don't cheat with our hearts. Y'all cheat with y'all hearts. We just fucking. That's always the excuse. Like, okay, so you didn't think about me before you walked over there or decided to do this shit. Now you wanna work on this. You wanna come clean. Like, no. It's cool, come clean, forgive you. But most females don't forget. We forgive you. I asked the guy, I was like, well, what do you expect from females? They was like, loyalty, trust, and what he said? He said some other shit. Loyalty, trust, and support. And I asked him, what you mean by support? He was like, oh, not financial support, but when we get it, we go get to the money. I didn't get support out of that. I was like, explain what support mean. He didn't really explain what support mean. Support emotionally, financially, like, do you, like, is it a 50-50 thing? And in today's society, there's no more 100% just the male, because it's just like there's no middle class. There's just the rich and the poor and extremely poor. So I think women today like need to get realistic. Like there's no longer like you, if a man's trying to help you out financially, it could be like 60-40 or 60-30, whatever y'all want to go by, but there's no more like, oh, he got to do 100%, because times is really hard today. It's hard as fuck. Like although your man gonna get it, he gonna get that shit, but sometimes when he falls, you gotta be able to pick that nigga up. Like, you gotta be like, alright, boo, I got you. You ain't got it? Boom, I got you, my nigga. Although he takes the bearer of it, you should be able to be like, alright, I got you. Not like, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? So what was you doing that entire time? I wasn't taking as much money from you and I'm paying majority of the bills. You feel me? Like, I think if you really love your man, okay, he's the breadwinner. We get that. You pay little bills. If he fall off, are you still gonna stick by him? In today's day and age, I don't see a lot of women sticking by. Because everybody's hungry now. Everybody's like, oh, well, if you can't do this for me, I'm going to get somebody else that will. It's a dog-eat-dog world. And it's fucked up, but it's a dog-eat-dog world. I have something else. Oh, I know everybody don't. He not really important. But the dude, Finesse 2Tymes, the dude that got that one song that I know of, is cool when they do it. There's a problem when I do it. That dude, he was in a polygamous relationship. He started off with 3 bitches. One of them got smart and left. The other 2 stayed and got pregnant. But I guess that money running out, because now he had 2. Now he's down to 1 girl. So he stayed with one of the pregnant girls. The other one he dumped. They wasn't a polygamist. It's like, I guess money started to run low because he only kept 1. And it's like, you had to be a fool to get pregnant by this nigga. The first girl, she was smart and she got lost. The last 2, he gonna do the same shit he did to the other pregnant fool to the one that's pregnant now. For a bitch that's not pregnant. Why wouldn't he? Like, polygamy, that was his lifestyle. So question, what's a deal breaker in a relationship? Because most relationships, people could go with the cheating shit, but I can't. Well, let me take that back. If I was married to my husband, that's a different story. If I was married to my husband, I think I could take him back. But if it's just like my boyfriend, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could take him back. Me personally, I don't think I could take him back. Some women are stronger than me, but I don't know. If I find, like, if it's like something secretive and I ain't never find out, like, of course, but and it's over the years, then I found out, I'm not gonna leave. I'm already years in. Is that kind of like contradicting myself? If I'm years in with the person, I'm not gonna leave the person. But if it's like a boyfriend for like 2 years, I think I'm leaving. That cheating, that's it. It's like, cause you'll say, oh, I'm not gonna do this again. In the back of my mind, at least, I'm still gonna think you're gonna do it. Some people, that's not a deal breaker in most boyfriend and girlfriend relationships. But for me, you got like a year, 2 years, 3 years in, I'm done. There's no ill will. There's nothing about that shit. There's no ill will towards it. But fuck you, fuck whoever, I'm out of there. But that's my deal breaker. I'm asking y'all, what's a deal breaker for y'all? Because today, shit's wild. I've never experienced it personally. I've never found out because I never gone searching. But I've never experienced it. I know today's day and age, bitches be hitting people with cars, trying to commit murder. I'm like, that's too much energy. I've been on a high speed chase with people, stalking people's homes. Like, y'all bitches do all this for some dick? That's crazy. Some of them niggas must got the golden D. Cause ain't no way I'm stressing over some shit like that. I could never say never. Let me stop that. When I'm in a relationship, I'm obsessed with my man. It is what it is. Obsessed with them. So anything negative you say about them, I'm like, oh, you ain't do that. What you talking about? What? Anything they do, they can't do no wrong. That may be ignorant of me, but I don't give a fuck. Fight me. They ain't do it. There's nothing wrong. What are you talking about? Shh. What are you talking about? And also, what y'all think about all these people stealing clothing, just walking out of doors? Like, nah, steal some food. Cause you see how high, fuck them clothes. You see how high food is? Like, you gotta go, before you go in a grocery store, you gotta research what you gonna buy. How much that shit gonna cost. How much can you, like, subtract from your rent or your monthly bills. What you not paying. Like, it's crazy how high food is. I went to the grocery store the other day. I had 2.5 bags. It came up to $100 and something. What type of shit is that? Like you, all the stores got like they fully packed. The only motherfuckers that could go shopping is the motherfuckers on the 1st and the 2nd of the month. I wish I was one of those. Dead ass. Like, I need to find a friend. They got a friend in me, because food stamps, that's what everybody needs. The working class needs some stamps. We struggling. If you open my refrigerator right now, you gonna see water. Water and some vegetables. That's all you gonna see. Most likely. But niggas are struggling. And I ain't gonna hold y'all. Trump said it. Like, black people, we should have came together a long time ago and got off the system and came together. I don't, like, it's not a political thing. This nigga was speaking knowledge, actually. Fuck the Republicans, all that Democrat. We're not talking about political shit, but he was speaking facts. People may call him senile, crazy, racist, bigot. I don't think he was racist. I just think he was himself. A lot of older people are just themselves, and they just don't give a fuck what they say out their mouths. Like, we all got people in our family that's like that just don't give a fuck what they say out their mouths, and we respect it. This world is too sensitive. Everybody's too sensitive. It's like, you can't have your own opinions. You have to agree with that person and their rhetorics. Like, it can't just be an opinion. Nothing is subjective these days. Everybody got fucking agree with each other. It's like, yep, I agree with you. If not, cancel. Everybody cancel. I'm not your friend no more. You're not my family no more because you don't agree with me. Everybody's too fucking sensitive. We just fucking robots. Everybody should just wear Kanye West clothing. Just straight colors. Nothing else. Just wear black, white, gray. But anyways, that's all I have for y'all today. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And make sure you come back and listen to me talk and ramble. And if you got any questions, leave it in the comments. Peace out. Set Trip Podcast.